adjudicating here. 3 5-minute rounds if they need them. The Cage Warriors featherweight division. Lewis Monarch in the red, Morgan Charrière in the black. Touch of gloves and we are underway. If there's one word to describe Charrière from what we saw of him last time, Josh, it's dynamic, both on the feet and the ground.
Yeah, really was very surprising, extremely entertaining to watch, and quite unorthodox in times as well. So Lewis Monarch's really going to have to be careful here.
He was a slight underdog with the bookmakers, but only by a sliver. Very, very evenly matched fight. We're sat with Nathaniel, the prospect Wood, former Cage Warriors, a bantamweight champion, and a man who knows what it's like to be in that title hunt. These guys must be really hungry, Nathaniel.
Definitely, you know, and you can tell straight away from the get-go that both of these boys are here to win.
Yeah, 2 losses in a row for either of these guys is not going to look good in terms of their place in the title picture, especially when you've got the likes of Steve Aimable waiting in the wings for his shot. Dean Truman and Maz Burnell, of course, competing for the former's featherweight title on our main card tonight, live on UFC Fight Pass and other broadcast partners worldwide.
I tell you, the speed and the reach on that lead left from Charrière, very impressive indeed. Covering a lot of ground.
Solid shots from Lewis Monarch there. Charrière taking them on the chin.
Oh, I love that head position when he got inside, looked for the clinch and immediately stuck his forehead in the face of Charrière.
Charrière looking to pressure his man on the cage here. Nice knee to the inside of the thigh. Monarch forced to just pitter-patter away.
I mean, this is good posture from Charrière at the moment. He's got that underhook high, looking to drive that head up under the chin. Very nice straight line of force through his back there. But you see Monarch trying to fight that underhook, use it to muscle Charrière around. A lot of upper body strength from the Frenchman and a shoulder strike for good measure.
Yeah, he looks in incredible shape for that fight against Soren Bak. Really was able to hang in there for the full 25 minutes, having never gone that length of time before.
Yeah, you figure if you go 5 rounds with the champion, 3 has got to be a nicer prospect to look forward to.
Yeah, we may see an even more explosive Morgan Charrière. Nice head movement there, Nathaniel, from the Frenchman. Charrière again moving his head out of the way. Very slick defensively is the Frenchman.
Yeah, he's kind of goading him with his guard a little bit here. Keeping the hands open, trying to bait a straight shot through. But you see Monarch commits with a beautiful combination.
Charrière landing a nice left on the end of that one as well.
Can't see it going to decision if they carry on like this.
Not if one of them catches it, right?
Nice left to the body there.
Monarch he stays technically more composed in those exchanges. You see the hands come straight back up to guard. The hooks are nice and tight on the rotation.
I like how calm both fighters are. You know, even in the exchanges that they're having, they both don't seem phased at all.
Yeah, both these guys got a lot of in-cage experience. They've both competed here on Cage Warriors before, so it's not as though the bright lights are going to be affecting them. Yeah, as you say, you know, really impressive for them both to be so calm when they both know they're in the cage with a really dangerous dude.
Now Monarch's falling into playing Charrière's game a little bit there. He's landed a good couple of jabs, but he's starting to goad him now by dropping that front hand a little bit.
Nice leg kick from Charrière. Oh, switches it up there. Monarch caught that one on the glove, but still going to rattle the old brain box, surely. Very precise performance thus far from the Frenchman. Monarch not giving him an inch, though.
Yeah, Charrière gets a lot of distance covered when he leans back to slide away from these incoming strikes.
Andrew Fisher in the corner of Lewis Monarch there, a very experienced UK MMA veteran, has competed here on Cage Warriors as well. And Nathaniel, obviously you've spent many years training under Brad Pickett. It must be really important and kind of really comforting to know that your coach has been in there, he's done it himself, and he's had those same experiences.
Definitely. I find that with some coaches, it's hard to potentially trust them in a certain sense, you know.
Second round, you ready?
Leon Roberts
you
will
ready?
get them underway. Touch of gloves, and we're straight back to business. And we'd love to hear your thoughts at home. Who took that round? Use the hashtag CW106 on social media to join in the conversation here for Night of Champions. Nathaniel, if you're in the corner of Lewis Monarch between those rounds, what are you asking for? What do you want to see in the second frame?
For me, you know, it's from the first round, he's throwing great combinations, just unfortunately none of them are quite landing, you know. So maybe just to try and be a little bit more accurate with the shots and, you know, get out of range of his leg kicks, because I definitely see that if he's going to take a few of them on the calf, you know, it's definitely going to start to buckle his leg.
Another big exchange there. Monarch landing with a nice left jab. Just finding his range here in the second round. Charrière falling a little bit short with that combination.
Yeah, it's interesting. Neither guy thinking about taking this one to the mat. They've both got credentials everywhere, but happy to slug it out on the feet here.
Charrière with a nice left hand to the body there. He used that in the first round as well. And perhaps as the fight wears on, we're going to see him look for these body shots, look for the leg strikes, and just take the wheels out from under Lewis. Cracking shot there, reverberated around the Apollo.
I mean, we say it time and time again, you know, even if a shot hits a guard, particularly if it's a kick, there's still some force getting through, and that was a good left from Charrière.
Good head movement there on the end of those shots. Charrière looking the slightly quicker, more accurate of the two in this second round. Monarch, though, firing back with a combination of his own. Lewis Monarch with a nice leg kick there, just destabilising Charrière momentarily. And it seems that every time Charrière lands something good or gets something going, Monarch's right back in his face, reminding him that he's got a lot of work yet to do.
Yeah, these are tough exchanges inside the pocket. You do just feel like somebody's going to connect cleanly. Good left from Monarch there.
Yeah, found that hole right on the point of the jaw with that one. Oh, nice right hand there, just timed that dip from Morgan Charrière.
Yeah, he's been very effective with the head rolling, though, and sliding in and out that upper body. Oh!
Another big exchange there.
The chin on Charrière.
Jab there from Monarch, overhand right behind it.
Walks around to the body lock to the back, drives him to the cage here. We saw Monarch was able to reverse this position earlier in the first round.
I definitely feel that either fighter gets a takedown, it can, you know, can put a bit of a stamp on this round.
Yeah, 90 seconds to go. Certainly give them a bit of time to work from top position. We've seen both these guys do some good work on the ground. The game plan thus far, though, looks like it's been to stand and bang. Both guys been happy to oblige.
It's a good body lock for Charrière, but you see Monarch able to fight that underhook back again. So strong with that right underhook. Charrière looks for the whizzer now. Nice elbow on the inside.
Doing some good work in the clinch there with Charrière. Oh, changes levels beautifully and takes the back.
The speed on that change of angle. And you know what, it was so unexpected because he hadn't shot once.
Many strings to the Frenchman's bow. And as you predicted, Nathaniel, this could very well put a stamp on this round for Morgan Charrière.
Push the back of the head with the strikes, keep more
I'd definitely like to see him do something with this position, though, but it's an attacking guard position from Monarch. You can see he's looking to perhaps pivot off and attack that left arm of Charrière, or push his knee through for a triangle on that side. He's got options. That left foot on the hip is the thing that you instantly know he's looking to attack. He's going to go triangle here if he can.
Looking to elevate his man there. Charrière, though, staying nice and heavy on top. Oh, he looks like he's been able to slip out the side. Let's see if Monarch can finish this maneuver.
Well, he's in half guard here. He's looking to pull that left leg back now. That's going to allow him to get on the knee of Charrière and scoot underneath him. See how he's using his left leg to pull the ankle.
Go, gentlemen, third and final. You ready? You ready? Bring it on.
Third and final round. Live at the Apollo here. The Night of Champions. Brad Wharton, Josh Palmer, and the prospect Nathaniel Wood. Calling the action from cage side and privileged to do so. Incredible night of fights lined up here in London. Nice body kick from Morgan Charrière to open his account in this third round. Tries to throw that fastball over ham right. Little bit too short, though.
And switching stances a little bit there.
Jumps in with the left hook and a beautiful right low kick on the end of it. Monarch beckoning his man on. And you've got to think that Charrière will be more than happy to oblige. Cuffing right hand from Charrière there. Nice double jab from the Englishman. Both these guys willing to exchange, but it's never got wild, it's never got sloppy. It's a real technical brawl in there.
Yeah, that's it. They've stayed composed. The shots have stayed pretty tight for the most part. And as we said, they continue to finish their combinations as they work through those exchanges.
Good head movement there and a nice left low kick from Morgan Charrière. Oh, and a nice right hook.
I love how he's mixing up the kicks and the hands together. You know, he's putting them both together.
Ooh, that was a good left.
Charrière dishing out the punishment here. Monarch still pressuring, but he's taking some big hits in this third round.
Yeah, I think Charrière could knock that leg kick on the end of any combination and land it at this point.
Nice body shot from Lewis Monarch there. Doesn't slow the Frenchman down, though. Again, looking for that kick is Charrière. And again, using the head movement, but there's a great takedown from Lewis Monarch.
Yeah, and he's in a fantastic leg drag position here
Watch the back of the head.
Get all the way to side control straight off the bat.
I just want to watch the back of the head with those elbows. With Lewis Monarch. Charrière looking to explode.
Bridge to the triangle. Beautiful triangle attempt from Lewis Monarch. He's got to get some posture control. He's not going to do it.
Don't hook the cage with your toes. Keep your toes flat.
Straight on the knee bar from here, or at least into a leg entanglement to help find a scramble out.
We saw some good work with leg submissions in Charrière's last contest. Let's see how he is defensively here. Oh, he's freed the leg.
Yeah, regarding. Monarch's got to work here. He looked like he was going to be on top. Charrière with just a big bridge, and you know, he took the risk of throwing that triangle.
And Nathaniel, that must mentally take a lot out of a fighter. When you've worked for that takedown, you've got that takedown, all of a sudden you find yourself reverse it. Must feel like it's all for nothing in a way.
100%, and you'd be surprised at how much energy it actually takes out of you as well.
Yeah,
Monarch back to his feet here, up against the cage. Charrière looking to drop some knees in.
Yeah, Charrière's found a good route behind him here. Monarch's going to use the cage and scrape him off if he can. He's got to get that left underhook back. See, there he goes, tries to bring the left arm back across, but is back to the cage. He's only got 1:30 to work here, though.
I think Charrière knows that he's got this in the bag if he just grinds out this last round.
See, what we saw from Charrière there was he knew that he couldn't sit in that position. He knew he had to take a chance, do something explosive, and that big bridge was all he really needed. Going to pick up the single here.
Very measured pace now from Charrière. Not the time to take big risks. Monarch looking to get a grip of that arm and throw his man over, doesn't get it, and Charrière coming out on top.
The arming guillotine attempt here, perhaps. He's done a good job of collapsing down. You see how he's driving that right hip in. He's going to get a lot of torque up through here, a lot of rotational choking pressure. See how he's connecting the lat right to the neck. This is a strong bridge.
Not a whole lot Lewis Monarch can do there, but fight the hands.
He's trying to stop him connecting the hands. The funny thing is Charrière doesn't necessarily need to connect the hands if he can get his right hand a little bit higher up his chest. Tough to do with the gloves on, though. If those hands connect, it is a lot worse for Lewis Monarch.
Tenderizing the ribs there is Charrière. It looks like Monarch's going to survive. Charrière looking for one last big squeeze as Monarch tries to sweep. And it's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of mixed martial arts action, we go to the judges' scorecards. One judge scored this bout 29-28 in favor of Charrière. One scored this bout 29-28 in favor of Lewis Monarch. And one scored this bout 29-28 in favor of your winner by way of split decision. In the blue corner, Morgan Charrière!
Well, the judges perhaps saw it a little bit closer than we did. A split decision there. Charrière in the grey and black. Disappointed to say it's only 3 5-minute rounds should they need them. And we are about to get underway. Touch your gloves? Nah, don't think so.
Charrière bouncing up in front heavy on that lead leg. Truman has this unreal frame for someone in this division. It's so wide in his back, it gives him an immense wingspan. Huge rotation through the shoulders. Good pickup.
Wow.
Oh, Truman rolls for the leg though.
Truman looking for the knee underneath here. Trying to create some distance and snap those legs together around the arms and neck of Morgan Charrière.
Yeah, Charrière going in for a body lock, but Truman could take, he could attack the straight arm here actually on the shoulder. He's got a butterfly hook in. Okay, now goes feet on hips. He's keeping the posture of Charrière broken right down. He's going to attack a triangle or an omoplata potentially there. Look at the attacking guard, trying to force the angle.
And perhaps do we have a situation here where Charrière was baiting Truman and needling him and winding him up with the idea that he'd come out like a house on fire and then he scooted straight in for the takedown.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't quite, you know, it was having to sort of improvise in the moment a little bit, but right now the posture control from Dean Truman's doing a brilliant job. It's going to be tough if he gets stacked up against the cage, though.
Truman looking to dig those elbows in from tight angles there. Constantly attacking. Charrière trying to burst past the guard.
Oh, look at Charrière having to get some posture to try and beat that triangle. See that right hand all the way to the collarbone is going to give him the stack, though. It's such a clean stack pass when he can. Goes over under, switching to the other side. This is Jiu-Jitsu 101 in terms of combining your pass attempts together. Switch from one side to the other. But Dean Truman wise to all of it.
Charrière keeping his head very close to the chest of Truman here. Sneaking a glance here and there.
Well, Charrière keeping the head down, but what it means if the head's down is it means his posture's broken, and Dean Truman can obviously threaten with the choke and arm lock and shoulder lock submissions up top. There's a catch-22 for him. He's thinking about legs again. Going Kimura now. Go off that knee shield. They're saying keep the knee shield, but the knee's barely crushed here. It could do with being a little bit higher on the inside. It's going to do the job, though. You see how he crosses his feet to reinforce the frame.
And we see the corner of Dean Truman there. Judo Jim Wallhead,
If you've got a good grip, keep
the head coach. Cage Warriors veteran himself.
And that's a beautiful roll. Really used that submission grip well to create the scramble. Charrière immediately pressing forward.
Nice knee to the body from Truman as the crowd chant his name. Charrière, though, looking to...
Oh, again, pick up on the high single.
Incredible balance from Truman.
Oh, look at that, 'cause that's a big hold of the cage. That's why it's his last warning. He's not even going to get a second one. That saved him big time from going to the ground. And he's looking to get a guillotine grip here.
Perhaps lucky to get away with a warning there was Dean Truman.
I mean, it was as significant as you're ever going to see. Charrière trying to stay in on this takedown. He did a good job of getting his head and back straight to protect himself from that guillotine. Keeping the head on the inside here.
And with his nip and tuck, as you imagine this fight being, a point deduction may have been used there, and that's got to be at the back of Dean Truman's mind now.
Yeah, I mean, it changes everything, especially this early on.
Truman wearing a bit of damage under the left eye there.
Yeah, Charrière staying very tight here. He's got to use this position. Again, he's going to go same pickup. Rear naked choke grip on the leg. Slings him down to the mat. He's got to block the guillotine, though. Tries to run to the other side. And that's going to be a good sweep from Truman, or at least a scramble.
And we're right back where we started.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's what you've got to do. That when you break the posture on that guillotine and you get the kind of crank on the angle, the sweeping opportunity is there if it's tight. You know, you force this tremendous break of posture in your opponent. You get an elevator hook in, you can absolutely use it.
Charrière just one there for fingers through the cage.
Truman's trying to get some head position, but Charrière, being the slightly shorter fighters, make it tough. Looking to hop for the Uchimata off that overhook. Ooh, nice plum.
Oh, short shots from Truman there. Second round underway. Morgan Charrière, Dean Truman. And there's more on the line in this one than just a tick in the victory column.
Ooh,
nice low kick from Truman, doubles up on it.
That was the timing. As Charrière went to step forward, he caught the weight transfer right.
Truman puffing out his chest defiantly there.
And Charrière very slowly trying to walk him down here.
Explosions of violence from both men. Truman landing some nice shots here. Again, he's caught and tripped though.
Yeah, the question is, what can Charrière do here? Because he wasn't able to advance position, and he wasn't able to land any ground and pound. That was his issue from this position last time out. You know, Truman was so effective attacking. Oh, he's going rubber guard here. So high single leg. And I can't see if he's isolated the right arm. That's the key here. He has. Oh, he's going on with Plata from this. There he goes. He's got to keep that elbow trapped.
Charrière trying to free that arm.
The arm bent. This is good for Truman. Tries to snap the triangle. It's a lovely sequence. It's going to be a little loose here, though.
And Charrière is being made to work for every second of this. Truman very, very good off his back here, as we knew he would be.
Yeah, I'm a fan of anybody who has relentless attacking jiu-jitsu from whatever position, whether it's a controlling position or a down position. And, you know, Truman, he's threatening constantly, but he's been pushed back towards the cage and just crushed up a little bit here.
Now, for me, Dean Truman's one of the finest examples of a true mixed martial artist. And if you don't enjoy watching him fight, you're probably not watching the right sport. And you could say a very similar thing about Morgan Charrière.
So Truman's got this knee shield here, but not having that underhook. It's going to hurt him a little bit here. Trying to kick Charrière's legs away with the butterfly hooks. Gives him options to snap something on the neck when he does. Yeah, they want him to, the corner want him to kick the hips, stand back up.
And Morgan Charrière's corner telling him to work. They want him to work harder. Truman's corner screaming for that man to get back to his feet. Charrière surely in the lead at this point, though, even if by the finest of margins.
Yeah, well, I think that's the case, right? It is the finest of margins. He's got to keep working. It's not enough to do this. I mean, yes, you're controlling the position, but, you know, all it takes is one sweep to a better position, or one near submission attempt, and it could put you in a lot of danger. So again, Truman looks for the Kimura on the far side from this half guard. He was able to use the grip last time. Right, this time underhook and elevator sweep. The cage is going to stop him, though.
Yeah, positioning not working in either of their favours here.
Charrière did a nice bit of leg weaving as well to repummel inside, and this is where he's got to go to work. get those hips forward, get some really nasty posture over Truman, land some damage.
Charrière's French contingent right behind us here at cage side, going absolutely wild for their man as he lands these short shots.
Again, he's just managing to float on these hooks of Truman, and that's a nice pass. Glides his way around, and this is the best position he's had so far. A minute to work. You've got to say Truman very much on the back foot now. That margin where it might have been fine to start with is eking away from him.
And let's see how composed Truman can remain in the face of this. He's got to be feeling very frustrated here as the clock ticks down. Morgan Charrière just eating up the time.
Yeah, and the problem is this isn't a 5-round fight. I wish it was, but it's not. So his time to work is dwindling away.
Charrière on the back of Truman now. Big shots raining down. He's going to be careful with the target area there.
Yeah, look at that leg lace all the way through, tucking that instep around the calf. It's going to help him stay very firmly attached, and this is much better from the Frenchman.
Transition to step over into Mount. Bad spot for Dean Truman. Charrière unloading from back mount here.
Yeah, big shots, but not finding a way through. But it's a good finish. It's an emphatic finish to the round for him. It's all the things he didn't do through the first 10 minutes.
Third and final round. Dean Truman, Morgan Charrière, and there was a little nod of respect between these two fighters then. Truman with a jab to open things up.
Truman, to me, is the one who has to push the pace here. He's got to assume he's down. He's got to assume that he needs something big here. Charrière, I think we're probably going to see more of the same, and that's a nice biting leg kick.
Truman trying for the left hook there, but got countered hard. Blocks the kick to the body with the point of the elbow, this Truman.
Charrière's got an almost kind of inquisitive way. He kind of soldiers that. He's going to look in, he's lean in, and then suddenly goes.
And you have to believe that Dean Truman will be out in search of a stoppage here. More than likely 2 rounds down. Stranger things have happened, but tough to see how he's going to take this on points without something absolutely spectacular here in the third. A finish. Oh, it's a huge right hand! Morgan Charrière pouncing! Truman taking big shots! And it's over! Unbelievable! Morgan Charrière knocks out Dean Truman in the third round! Incredible scenes here in Birmingham! 5-minute rounds if they need them in the Cage Warriors featherweight division for the big gold belt. Terry Goodwin shadow boxing throughout the introductions there, and not stop shadow boxing all day. A real ball of pent-up energy as the Predator today. Just keen to get in the cage, get the job done, and take that title back to the north of England with him.
Yeah, Perry definitely looking the bigger of the two. Not sure if that will play into it after 5 rounds, potentially 5 rounds. You never know. Holding a bit more muscle mass could affect him.
He's done an incredible job to get back in shape. You know, he told us today what a struggle this year's been for him, and when gyms were closed in the UK, he really fell out of his routine and ate a lot, drank a lot, and ended up close to 90 kilos at one point this year. So to get back into fighting shape, to take on Morgan Charrière is certainly an achievement. Charrière looking for the fizzing right hand there. Goodwin throwing back. 10 moments in the early offing, and we've seen both of these guys throw with incredible power. Think back to the time Goodwin stopped Alexander Jakobsen dead with that counter shot. You know, we've seen him in against big guys, and you know, he can still crack against the big fellas too. Didn't look underpowered at higher weight divisions, and he does bring that power down with him to featherweight.
Charrière really hacking away at that lead left leg early on.
cage warriors president Graham Boylan talked about the movement of Goodwin. He does zip around the cage, so perhaps the game plan from Charrière to take the wheels out from under his opponent early.
Touch his hand, touch his hand, touch his hand. Nice.
Nasty leg kick there.
That's it, touch his hands first, and he's landing the out. Touch his hands first, Perry.
Charrière's movement very, very fluid, very fast, able to get within range, strike, and then get well without outside of range for any counter.
The corner of Goodwin calling for the man to touch Charrière's hands before he throws that initial shot, just to judge his distance there, perhaps. Tense moments here in the early offing in York Hall. Lead left hook from Goodwin, just a couple of inches too short. Oh, both men landing there. Charrière looked to stagger his opponent briefly, I think, down. Goodwin made a stern stop, though. But those lead leg kicks starting to take effect. Charrière looking to unbalance his man with the lead leg kick and then follow up with the hooks behind it.
There you go, this is better. This is better. That's it. That's first every time. There you go.
Really encouragement from the corner of Perry Goodwin as he gets those feints and fakes to work. But Charrière with the lead leg kick again.
Feel your power. That's it, Perry. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Nice tip to the body there from Morgan Charrière. And a left hook from Goodwin lands. Dances back out of range. Charrière with the counter that time. Big right hand from Charrière there. And he's marked Goodwin up on the left side of the face down.
Really short and go.
40 seconds, Perry.
You see the swelling on the left cheek of Perry Goodwin there from those early shots from Morgan Charrière.
That's it, Perry. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep busy.
That's Perry.
Keep busy, Perry.
Charrière was, as we know, a huge star in his home country of France, a big personality on YouTube, social media influencer, has a massive fan base behind him. If you want to find out how big Morgan Charrière's fan base is, just tweet anything in support of one of his opponents and the army will soon be on you. Or the Navy, should I say, in support of the last pirate. Round 2 of 5 for the Cage Warriors featherweight title if they need them. Morgan Charrière, Perry Goodwin here in York Hall in England. The iconic venue, played host to so many great boxing matches and now MMA over the years, and that's an unfortunate low blow there on the part of Morgan Charrière, and that seemed to be a pretty solid one down.
Yeah, that literally silenced the whole building.
Let's take a quick look at that. Yeah, straight across the front of the cup, and you know, Charrière looking to kick the inside of the leg there, but just went up a little bit too high. Referee Mark Goddard there just telling Perry Goodwin to take his time. A few deep breaths there from Goodwin. Always good to make the old count.
I was waiting to see when the camera angle would change there. How much we want to watch a man shake his groin.
Charrière just taking a moment here, nonplussed. Going to keep his head in the game. Goodwin gives him the nod and offers the hand, clearly happy that there was no bad intentions behind that one.
It's actually quite good to see a guy take a bit more of a rest. So often you see these fighters want to get straight back in and end up continuing to fight with still a little bit of an injury there. Or
a lot of feints and fakes from Goodwin here. He was teasing the sliding back elbow there. Nice inside leg kick from Goodwin now. Throws that big heater of a left hand. Charrière looking for an opening to shoot back.
You see the power from the strikes by Goodwin, but not being able to land any.
Yeah, there's a real whistle on the hooks from Goodwin when he doesn't land. Can't imagine what the crack it when he does will sound like.
So far, the distance and movement of Charrière just... I'm not sure if he's been touched at all.
Goodwin's clearly trying to bait his man in here, and you know, when you talk about the guy with the power of Goodwin, it does only take one. Charrière more of a combination striker himself. Trying to chew up that lead leg of Goodwin once again. Oh, Goodwin landing a nice combination there. Charrière straight back on him though. Oh, Goodwin catches his man. Takes another one to the eye though. Oh, big kick from Morgan Charrière. 3 in a row and a pair of huge hooks. Goodwin trips him down, but Charrière with a big slam right in front of us at the commentary position now. Goodwin looking for a guillotine here perhaps, Dan.
Yeah, nice exchange there. Really nice takedown. A lot of power shown there by the Frenchman. Guillotine attempt, but not from a great position here in half guard. We see Charrière on top in half guard now. Be interesting to see whether he decides to try and pursue this on the ground or try and get back to the feet from here. It's actually a pretty strong position. He can take an over-under, lock his arms very, very tight. But it looks like he's not really moving at all. You know, that is a strategy. You don't want to try and escape and get back to the feet. You lock everything down and wait for the referee to stand him up for you.
Yeah, you heard referee Mark Goddard there asking Charrière to stay busy.
Yeah, Goodwin trying to work a little bit more from underneath here. Looks like he's going for a deep half guard position. Could possibly give him the opportunity to sweep from here, but Charrière keeping his hips backwards. He doesn't want to allow Goodwin to get underneath him. I want to see Charrière try and get past his legs though, see what he's like on the ground.
Nice elbow from Goodwin there.
Yeah, Goodwin
forced Morgan Charrière to posture up a little bit.
Well, that's it. And also you can see the left leg of Goodwin. He's using at a knee shield, trying to keep that distance. And what he did there was he was using that shin to keep the distance, and then he released that shin, and that gave him that space to cut in and try and get to a deep half guard.
Charrière trying to clasp the hands for a choke here, Dan.
Yeah, what he wants to look to do is to... Well, you can use that palm-to-palm connection around that arm and neck to try and get some upper body control and try and get out of that half-guard position. But Perry actually doing a really good job of transitioning to a good half-guard sweep position. Unfortunately, he let go of the half-guard, meaning that Charrière could transition. Now he's on the back here. If Charrière wants to get back to the feet, this is the position to do so. The only thing that is keeping these two people connected is Charrière deciding to hold on to the back. So you know, if he stays in this position, it's because he wants to be on the ground, because if he didn't want to be on the ground, he could stand up quite easily from here.
50 seconds.
50 seconds left in the round. Is it long enough for Morgan Charrière to do something big here? Can Goodwin survive?
There we go, one hook coming in here. Is he going to go for the back? Is he going to try and get that second hook in? Perry's in a pretty good position. His back is kind of on the fence there to stop Charrière from being able to circle around to the back. Charrière is going to a over-under here. 25 seconds left in this round. Probably not going to be enough time. He does manage to get that second hook in. He's deciding the strike from here, possibly to open up the neck. Only 30 seconds left. Nicely done by Perry to get to the feet and shrug Charrière off of that position.
Had to eat a few shots to get it though. Did Perry Goodwin. Good work from Morgan Charrière at the end of that round, and a nice shot from Goodwin to put an exclamation point on it.
Yeah, very nice round, some nice ground transitions there.
Yeah, much better round for the last Pirate there. Let's take a look at some of his handiwork. Well, it's Perry Goodwin kicking things off with a nice set of hooks in combination. Charrière constantly stalking him though, and look at the leg kicks here from Morgan Charrière. 3 hard kicks in a row. And then it was a right hand, left hook combination and a big takedown.
Yeah, that was actually really nice. You know, Perry managed to catch the leg. Charrière fell to his back. He could have tried to stand up, but it probably would have put him in a worse position, so he decided to go for the takedown. This is towards the end of the round here. He did manage to look pretty good on the ground, actually, eventually getting the back with the hooks. Probably was a good idea to try and strike from there, as he probably wouldn't have had enough time to go for the submission if he looked for it. So nice finish to the round there for the Frenchman.
The legion of fans behind the last Pirate will be happy with his performance in that second round. He's got 3 more between him and the Cage Warriors featherweight title. He's got 3 more rounds of Perry Goodwin between him and the Cage Warriors title. Goodwin has made his intentions clear all week. He's taking that belt home to Redcar. Goodwin has been happy to circle around the outside of the cage for the majority of the fight so far, Dan.
Yeah, Charrière definitely keeping Perry very close to the fence, keeping that pressure up the entire time.
Charrière still looking to strike on the counter here.
Yeah, his ability,
that lead leg.
His ability to move out of range and then get within range to strike is super impressive. Look at that. That's what I'm saying. He closes the distance so quickly, and then by the time Perry has a chance to hit back, he's already gone.
Yeah, that was a big shot from Charrière, and he's cut Perry Goodwin above the left eye now, or just to the side of the left eye. Goodwin barreling forward though. Not an ideal spot for that cut, and it's really leaking now. And Goodwin has had a fire lit inside him. Lands a nice right hand. Charrière firing back, great head movement to get out of the way of the return fire. And look for Charrière now to kick out that lead leg and land the right hand. Goodwin barreling forward. And that blood on the chest of Goodwin, like a red rag to a bull. Oh, Charrière with the body shot! And it's over! Unbelievable! Bonjour, Rundy! The Frenchman's done it! Morgan Charrière in the solid black.
Round number 1. Ready, ready. Have fun, gents.
Touch of gloves, and we are underway. Getting slightly unnerved by the number of people with balaclavas in the room here, boys, I've got to say.
It's quite unbelievable how much energy and atmosphere 7 people can create.
Well, that's just how passionate Morgan's fans are. They will travel the world to watch him fight.
There was an army of them in Rome when he was supposed to fight.
I believe there was a negotiation between Morgan's fans and the Italians, and they said they would cheer every Italian fighter, given that Morgan was no longer on the card. Nice low kick there from Charrière.
Time, mutual corner, Morgan. Over there. That, over here, over here.
Oh, Bazan
over here. Turn around.
Takes an air and eye poke there from Morgan Charrière.
Hopefully he can recover from this. This would be a really horrible way to...
Let's take a look at the replay here. And yeah, Morgan just pushing off with that right hand. Referee Dan Marvedi calling the doctor in to take a look at this. I'm sure Bazan is going to want to continue here. Let's take one more look at this, super slow-mo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like he might have just caught him there.
I mean, no doubt the hands and fingers were out there and pointing in the wrong direction.
Okay, stay there. I know it's okay. Stay there, stay there. Coach, no coach. No, just watch your fingers when you're pushing away. Just watch your fingers, okay? That's it, stay there. Stay there.
Bazan's saying he's good to go. I mean, it's clearly giving him a bit of trouble, though.
He should take his time if he needs to.
You good? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
He says he's good.
All right. Watch your fingers. Time back in, please, timekeeper.
We're going to have to
Let's go.
keep a close eye on that eye. Nice right hand from Charrière. Throws a knee up the middle.
Right hand right behind the ear there.
Nice low kick from Charrière.
That calf kick's working very well for Morgan.
Yeah, he's already reddened up the lower leg of Daniel Bazant. Nice combination from Charrière. Looking very, very smooth in there.
You can tell he wants to finish this fight, can't you?
Goes for his trademark left hook to the body there. Oh, nice knee. Beautiful into the takedown.
Fantastic work. Look at that. Almost reversed there. Great job by Bazant. Almost taking top position. But the transition there to the takedown was so smooth. On the double leg again, is able to get top position. Bazant's back against the wall.
Tangles them legs there.
Yeah, Bazant looking for a second leg. He's going to try and turn his back, but he's got to be careful in that almost in mount position. The back take is very, very easy as well.
Oh, he's got that hand trap now.
He's got to watch that back.
Get your fingers out of the gloves, please, Morgan. Get your fingers out of the gloves,
Expect to see Morgan try and get that. Well, he's already got that hook on his left-hand side. He's going to try and open up space on that right-hand side now and get to the back there. Daniel's got to use that fence like you would use the mat usually when you don't have that fence there. You want to use it to try and strip your opponents, try and cut off the space that they need to get that angle. And this is a great way of opening up that space, is to attack the neck. When you attack the neck, people forget about defending the lower body. But Daniel able to do a great job of not falling into that trap. He's trying to turn the face Morgan, but at the same time trying to keep his options open to try and use the fence to get back to his feet. But look how tight Morgan is on that leg there. He's setting up, he's sitting, he's heavy, he's waiting to take the back if the opportunity presents itself.
And he's got 2 minutes left to play with here in this first round. That's a long time for Daniel Bazant to survive here. He attempts to get back to his feet.
Yeah, you can almost see Daniel Bazant doesn't really know what to do. He thinks for a second to turn his back, and then he realizes that's a bad option. So he tries to turn in, and he realizes he can't get out that way. Morgan's giving him some real issues. Bazant able to scramble back to his feet here, but I wouldn't be surprised if Morgan dropped back down.
Fingers out the gloves, please, Dan.
There we go, he's changing level again, switching to a single leg. You see how powerful Morgan is.
Nice elbow there.
Bazant doing a good job of getting those arms on the inside.
Nice knee. That Morgan, I'm setting him up. Lovely, lovely.
Beautiful takedown from Charrière. He takes the back.
Yeah, he's away from the fence now, so his ability to get both hooks in is going to be much easier.
Bazant's got that leg now, though. He's got that. Oh, yeah, he's got that under the net.
I mean, he's too high. He's going to fall off the top here, most likely. I mean, Bazant actually did a good job. It looked like because his arm was trapped, that was a bad thing, but actually he stopped Morgan from being able to get that leg in a low enough position. He finds himself underneath side control now. Really a terrible reversal for the former champion. 40 seconds left, and it looks like Bazant's trying to set up a far side Kimura possibly.
So he needs to start landing elbows here, doing some damage.
Toes out of cage, Morgan.
Yeah, he's got a lot of distance to make up here, does Bazant. I think the best he could probably hope for is, as you say, Paddy, landing a couple of elbows here towards the end, maybe trying to cut Charrière.
Yeah.
Reset and come out for the second. There's a nice pair of elbows. Short shots from Bazant there.
Yeah, Morgan tries to take double underhooks and to explode out of it, but Bazant looking quite comfortable in top position, actually.
Nearly got the crucifix position there.
Half guard sweep, deep half guard sweep Morgan's about to go for. Very, very interesting round.
Bad spot there.
Well, certainly in the last 30 seconds of that round where Morgan went for the back, he had the best opportunity, and the timing was just right from Bazant to get that arm on the inside, kept Morgan too high, and he slipped off the top.
There's that head kick we talked about. He does like that. Nice straight jab from Bazant.
Nice right hand counter by Morgan at the same time.
Body shot from Bazant. Charrière firing back.
Looks to me like Morgan has more power.
Yeah.
Oh, nice combination from Bazant, though. Charrière's got to be careful. He can't hang out in front of Bazant like that. Oh, catches him with a cuffing shot. Nice head movement. Jab from Bazant, though.
The pace on this fight is crazy.
I understand this is the first time Charrière has used a dedicated boxing coach as part of his camp as well, which is an incredible bit of info in itself.
He needs to be countering with these slips, though. He's not giving anything back. He's slipping shots, but he's not countering off it. If you make him miss, you've got to make him pay.
Beautiful.
Again with the level change.
Yeah, a little feint there. Nicely defended by Bazan, though.
Nice knee up the middle too by Bazan.
Switching to a single leg here. You see Morgan use this position to come around to the back, but he's not going to be able to do that right now because of that underhook on with the left arm of Bazan.
I'd be going to strip that foot out if I was Morgan there.
Yep.
Offset his balance. Now Morgan has the underhook.
Yeah, now he pummels on the inside, a much stronger position. He's got wrist control with his left hand on Bazan's right hand. Bazan's pummels back on the inside. Level change here. We know how strong. Morgan's so strong, he's able to just, if he can get under the legs, he can lift you straight up and completely take you off the mat. And this is very similar to the position that we saw after that first takedown in the first round. And Morgan did look very dominant here, and you've got to imagine he's going to try and continue with the same sort of thing. Just control here, land some strikes, slowly advance the position.
Very nice elbow.
Bazan trying to get back to his feet again, does it successfully.
Morgan still with 2.5 minutes to play with, but Bazan back to his feet. The last Pirate changing levels again. Got to watch those elbows on the far side though, but gets the takedown.
The thing is look, we know that Morgan can go for 5 rounds, but so far, the pace that he's put on with the striking, he's throwing a lot of big power shots, but also the style that he's wrestling, where he's picking his opponent up, it's very, very high output. And, I mean, if this goes into the 3rd round, it could be a significant factor.
I got a cage.
Beautiful throw.
Straight into side control also.
Huge throw from Charrière.
The physicality of Morgan is really incredible. I mean, the question from here, are we going to see a pass the mount?
He's such a natural athlete.
Side control is not a great position in MMA, because for you to create any space to strike, it's going to give your opponent an opportunity to escape.
Elbows there.
Half guard's a much better position. He can think about taking the back here if Bazan tries to turn into him too much.
Going to see some short shots from Charrière. Looked like he was trying to pin the arm there.
Yeah, he's trying to bring his shin over the forearm. He looks like he's going for a guillotine or an anaconda here, but I mean, Bazan's body position is far too extended to realistically get this.
Mount.
But he uses it to take the mount, but the timing on the reversal is fantastic, and we see Bazan on top again. And now he's got to be careful about giving his back, is Morgan.
Just over a minute in the round. Can Daniel Bazan shock the world here? What an upset that would be.
Strong position here again, really at the end of the round, similar to the first round.
It's a question of, does he have enough time to do enough damage to tip this back in his favor? He's going to have to do a lot here.
Morgan's looking for a Kimura on the far side here.
Give Mount up.
Yeah, more importantly, when you go for the Kimura, you give up the back position a lot because you have to turn away from your opponent in order to get that Kimura grip. So a lot of the time, someone would just attack the back position. And yeah, you've got a Kimura on, but what are you going to do with it? I've got your back. Still fine for the back here, and you've got to be thinking again, Bazan would be doing a better job by prioritizing the striking over the domination and the transitionings in the grappling.
Because even though he's been controlling for the last minute here, I'd still say this is Morgan's round for dominating for the first 4 minutes.
Exactly, and I think that's the problem that Bazan's had in both of these rounds, the first and second.
Couple of nice elbows to end the round.
Back to the corner.
Will likely be too little, too late.
More importantly, is Morgan going to see the judges in his favor for once?
Good work, gentlemen. Let's go. Fight.
Now, the interesting thing here is that Bazan has not gone, or he hasn't even attempted a takedown, despite being really dominant both
when he gets on
times
top.
he gets on top. So you've got to think, well, maybe that is a potential strategy for him to go for. He hasn't even looked like he's thought about it 100%.
If I was Bazan, I would. I'd be shooting in. Oh, wow. That landed.
Oh, caught Morgan with a left there as well. Morgan's got to be careful here. Bazan
He's not
turning up the volume here.
As we said before, Morgan, when he slips shots, he needs to counter off it. But he's just slipping.
Morgan got caught again there from Bazant. Straight shot right down the middle. Nice elbow. Bazant with an uppercut. Very, very competitive opening minute to the third round here. Bazant landing again. Charrière marching his man down. Nice body shot from the Frenchman. Oh, nice right hand from Charrière. And they are slugging it out here at the PT studio.
What a fight this is.
Another nice leg kick, but
he needs to get
Charrière
back on
gets
that
clipped.
calf kick. We didn't see it once in the second round.
Charrière looks to have buzzed Bazant there. And what a slugfest this third round is turning out to be. Both men landing, Bazant firing off multiple shots here. Morgan slipping those, landing right in the legs.
Nice left hook. Morgan's walking him down now.
Bazant's hands down by his hips. A
Lovely takedown.
power double run straight through him, yep.
GSP-esque right there.
100%. And I mean, are we going to see the same thing we've seen in the first two rounds? Are we going to see about a minute to go, 45 seconds to go, some sort of reversal? Bazant gets on top. Here he goes, he tries to stand here. Morgan again reaching around with that right arm. He wants to go for the back here. This is a great position. When you have this position, this over-under, what you do is you allow your opponent to turn slightly towards you. You connect your chest to the back,
here, please,
and then you can just
gentlemen,
throw your legs
position.
around. They naturally follow your body and you're on that back position. But he let go of the hands, meaning that he lost any chance of getting that control. Once again, we see the reversal, and Bazant looked like he's going to get on top. But every round it's been a little bit faster. First round was about 30 seconds, second round was about a minute. Potentially 2 minutes here, but Morgan's able to get to his feet.
Nice lefts by Morgan there. Bazant still firing back though. Morgan used that head movement, changes levels.
Yeah, another takedown attempt here, but I mean, we're not seeing that power that we saw in the first and second round from Morgan, and it's not surprising.
As we said, all the takedowns he was doing were using a lot of energy, a lot of power, lifting him up over his head. I think he's got to try and do the
he's going to do the same thing here.
You
Look,
know,
hands are connected.
Yeah, here he is.
And another beautiful takedown, and a minute and a half to go. I mean, this is a tough round to score, eh?
Yeah, the striking exchanges on the feet.
Wrist control here. He's thinking triangle right now.
Get your fingers out of his ear.
I mean, incredibly slowly, but thinking about trying to pull that leg out, and he's gone for the triangle. Oh my God! I mean, the defense has come from Morgan, but it did come slow there.
Charrière last stopped in June 2015, his fourth professional fight. Not a man that gets finished easily.
Yeah, lovely pass with that underhook. Looks to try and take the mount straight away.
Yes, he's got the mount.
Yeah, I mean,
let's see if he, oh no, back to half guard. I was going to say, let's see if he can take it out the hands of the judges here.
Yeah, you can see just the grappling is starting to become a little bit sloppy from both guys. It's sort of their offense and their defense. It's slow, it's very fatigued. I mean, these guys know exactly what they need to be doing, but right now it's just their instinct, which is actually performing those techniques.
Charrière lands right through the guard again. Bazant looking for a triangle, he's not going to get it.
Yeah, but much looser in the position where he set it up though. So before it was actually a nice setup, but Morgan didn't really defend it until it was very late. But Morgan potentially in a guillotine here, you've got to imagine it's not particularly strong.
Needs to switch that to like an anaconda grip, dash grip.
And once again, with 20 seconds left, we find Bazant on top through no real
oh yeah, half guard sweep, cages away.
Flat feet.
Bazant looking to land some shots here. The scramble.
Oh, watch the knee, watch the knee.
Very careful with that knee.
Chest, watch the knee.
Elbows now from Bazant. Looking for the switch there as Morgan tries to take him down.
In the red corner, Morgan, the last pirate, Charrière.
Split decision once again for Morgan Charrière.
And you could see the pain on his face when he realized it was going to be a split decision. It was like he was living through the nightmare.
Pedro Sousa in the black and white.
First round, you ready?
Morgan Charrière
Let's go.
in the light green. the last Pirate just having no luck with opponents recently. Had so many opponents pull out of fights and get injured. Cage Warriors actually flew 2 opponents in to Dublin for him this week. There was a backup fighter just to ensure that Morgan Charrière would get on this card. Jumping knee attempt there from Souza, who's looking wild here early on.
Yeah, he is, and sometimes wild is what you need to throw off someone who's usually so tactical and tight in their game. And a beautiful back take here, super early. I mean, you see how that arm is trapped? This can be very good or very bad. If he's able to secure a low down position, then having that arm trapped is going to give him a 2-on-1 advantage on taking the rear naked choke. But it also means that he's going to be naturally higher up the body. So he wants to try and roll onto his back here. He doesn't want to stay in this position because he has to be careful about being rolled off at the top, especially if Morgan gets onto his feet and tries to shrug him off. So you can see him trying to, Souza's trying to connect those legs in a body triangle. It's going to be very, very difficult to do that high up, and with the arm on the inside, adding extra mass through the torso. But he's sort of in a tight enough position here to at least control for a little bit. I think Morgan's probably grabbing onto that choking arm with both hands there just to try and stop it from getting deeper.
Speaking to Morgan earlier in the week, he said, look, if this guy's got a chance to beat me, it's going to be early by submission.
Well, there you go.
But he said that he knows once he's got out of that first round, this fight's his for the taking. He knows he's better prepared coming into this one than Pedro Souza.
I think that there's a good chance we could see a reverse triangle from the back here. I can't see what's going on that far side, but if he is over that arm, he could slide himself higher up and turn this into from a body triangle into a full triangle, and that arm is gone. So I think there's a really good chance that could happen. I still think he wants to use something to try and get elevation, to roll him onto his back though. Possibly looking for an arm bar or a Kimura grip on this the right arm of Morgan here. But I think there's a really good chance if you see the hips sliding higher, possibly he's going to look to try and bring that leg underneath the neck there. But I think Morgan is aware of this possibility, because right now, I mean, it's very likely that the smartest defense to this is actually just to kind of shut down and not allow your opponent or not give them the opportunity to find any space by moving. I mean, 2.5 minutes left to go here. And then really it's on Souza to try and find a way of exposing those limbs. And this is a good way. You see how he's attacking. He's trying to roll now. He's putting more weight through that left side of his shoulder. He's trying to create some space, and I think we could see an attack of that reverse triangle or an armbar. Normally you would switch to an armbar from such a high position on the back, but because he has that arm isolated, he knows that the option for the triangle is there. He just needs to get more elevation with the right arm of Morgan. There we go, beautifully done. But so there's the roll to the back, there's the switch. The difference, the problem here is that Morgan's got his hand on the outside. So this doesn't completely alleviate the pressure, but you see how hard Souza's working to try and pull that arm out? If that arm pops out now, it's going to be a great position, but I'd be very careful about losing the underhook on the arm, the arm on the inside. If he goes double over the top, he's all of his power trying to strip that hand on the outside. If I was him, I'd have one arm on the inside, one arm on the outside trying to remove it. But this is, I mean, 1.5 minutes to work there. He's got to try and get a hand underneath there. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. He's trying to elevate that elbow high to generate internal torque with the arm. But you see the hand slowly popping through? The problem is now that Morgan's got his hands connected. Once the hands are connected, you don't get one arm without pulling the other arm to the inside and losing the triangle position. The advantage for Souza is that the MMA glove makes it very difficult to maintain that S-grip, so there's a good chance that the hands could split. And he escapes in the position. Wow.
Escapes and looks to do some damage here.
Massive moment there, and we're talking about arm bars from the closed guard in 50 seconds. Morgan needs to be very, very careful with what he's doing.
And he's cut Souza there. He's got him right on the temple. And that's a bad cut, another big elbow. Charrière.
There's a switch to an arm.
Another elbow.
These elbows are nasty.
The forehead of Pedro Souza open here. Morgan Charrière looking for the finish, getting his payback.
Oh, all of this ground and pound is landing.
Leon Robinson close. Look at this one. Oh, Charrière with the hammer fist now. Rolls under for a leg lock though.
I mean, I think the leg lock attempt is just to force a reaction from Charrière, but it's not deep enough to really elicit a stopping of the ground and pound. And, I mean, the accuracy on this ground and pound is almost 100%. There's no defense to this.
Final seconds of the round.
Wow.
And Souza survives.
I mean, what a change of fate for what, 30, 40 seconds there, where Morgan is just able to take all of that frustration from that grappling exchange, and the accuracy of that ground and pound is unlike anything I've seen. Multiple cuts, I think, on the head of Souza.
Yeah, the cuts team are going to have their work cut out for them. Checking him over now. Oh, the doctor's saying no, and the fight's over. Morgan Charrière via TKO. What a performance from the last Pirate. Morgan Charrière victorious here in Dublin. Letting Diego Silva know who their man is.
Diego. Morgan, let's go.
Silva in the white, Charrière in the red.
Yeah, you always know when there's a Morgan Charrière fight because you can hear it.
Yeah, we're going to have some confetti to clear up after Charrière's walkout. Such incredible support he has through the highs and lows of the last few years. Nice leg kick to start things off for Diego Silva. A lot of big fight experience for Silva. He's been in some 5-round title fights. Contested the LFA title twice. Has been a champion himself at bantamweight. He's fighting at 145 here tonight. Morgan does look to be the slightly bigger man in the cage. Heavy shots landed there. Exchanging leg kicks early on. 90 seconds into the fight. No one taking a clear advantage as of yet. Charrière trying to reach out with the jab there. Yeah, we have seen in the past with Morgan, Dan, that sometimes he tends to get into a bit of a rhythm where he just edges rounds and you are worried. Oh, it's a big leg kick though. He didn't edge that.
Silva transitions round for an armbar, misses the arm, gets an omoplata. I mean, in a super weird omoplata from underneath side control here. Gives up the back. Morgan goes to get the hook in on the far side. He's trying to soften up a little bit with strikes here. He has an over-under on the far side, but Silva sort of regaining his consciousness a little bit here and making sure that there's no openings for Morgan to take the back position.
And it was on the ground that we kind of saw this mean streak of Morgan's for the first time. Last time out against Pedro Souza, when he was just cleaving his opponent's head open with big elbows.
Morgan pulling him backwards. I think he's going to try and use this to sit backwards and create a base to get both legs out and then try and get the hooks in. He could, if he wanted to, slide backwards from here and take a north-south position, but I really feel like Morgan wants the back. He's going to sit backwards here. He's got that left leg a little trapped. It's going to be difficult. There's no space there for Morgan to get that left leg out and utilize it as a hook. The right leg would be a little bit easier. I think he might be trying to get his arm underneath the neck to threaten the choke a bit more, to create some upward space so he can then get the hooks in. But Silva's just doing a very good job of staying composed and calm and doing what he needs to do to defend.
Well, Silva does tell us that he considers himself a jiu-jitsu fighter first and foremost, so you've got to believe that Morgan will be really happy with a rear naked choke here.
There's one hook. He's going to sit backwards now. He's going to try and find the space on his right-hand side to get that right shin across. Morgan's trying to tie up that neck. He's putting a squeeze on here. The angle's all wrong. It's not underneath the neck, but that does not mean you can't get the finish. But I feel like he's trying to use this to open up space, but Silva just doing a very good job of keeping the right angle to Morgan. There's a minute left in this round. Yes, that's what he wants to be doing. Striking to open up the space a little bit more. Give the grappler something pure grapplers don't know how to deal with, which is damage coming from different angles. He's got a figure four in the upper body now. 30 seconds left. Silva reverses round, tries to get the takedown. He might come out to the back of Morgan. Morgan inserts the whizzer on the right arm to stop him from doing so.
Good work there for Morgan to defend this takedown attempt, pushing the head down now.
15 seconds left. I think we're going to see this position stay here. Not much is going to happen with the remaining 10 seconds of this round, I imagine.
Oh, big elbow there from Morgan to put an exclamation point on this round.
Stop there.
The crowd still in fine form here in London with their support for Morgan Charrière. Pretty sure Diego Silva knew he wasn't coming to London to make friends. Let's see if Morgan goes back to the well with that leg kick now.
I mean, you got
the hips out there.
You got to guess so, right?
Diego Silva victorious in 3 of his last 5, including a big decision win over Andre Sukamtar. Tries to catch Morgan there. Oh, there it is again.
Those calf kicks absolutely vicious from Charrière.
Here in London, going absolutely bonkers for Morgan Charrière here. I'd like to see him turn up the tempo a little bit though, Dan.
Yeah, he is looking very reserved. And you're right, this is the critique that Morgan has had in the past is he plays it a little bit too safe, and it does.
Oh, huge shot!
Has to say that.
With the left hand, looking for the finish here. Silva back to his feet. Is Morgan going to pounce and try and capitalize on this?
And this is what we want from Morgan. You know, we've seen him on the wrong side of so many split decisions. He doesn't want to go to decision.
Yeah, when he fought Daniel Bazant at the BT Sports Studio last year, you know, he won a split decision on one occasion, and the look on his face when he heard the judges' scorecards was a split, you could see he'd been there before and he doesn't want to be there again. If he can keep throwing shots like that, he may not have to be.
Oh, and another nasty calf kick from Morgan.
Silva still firing back though.
Oh, Silva's absolutely in this fight. And dangerous.
The last pirate back now to stalking Diego Silva up against the cage. Nice leg kick. Ooh, look for the trip there. Morgan didn't quite get it though.
When Morgan fires, there's so much explosiveness, there's so much power. It is slightly frustrating to see he's got this energy saved up, but he is very tentative in using it.
you know, it kind of begs the question. I mean, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves here, but, you know, how does he do against a Tobias Harila? How does he do against a Harry Hardwick?
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to think that's going to look like a very different kind of fight. Nice leg kick from Silva there, but Morgan still marching him down. Diego Silva, for his part, hasn't really done a whole lot in this second round. As we say that, he lets rip, but he's a few inches short with those punches.
If he put his foot down and got a little bit more going, we could see some magic. But perhaps there's a huge amount of respect to his opponent.
Yeah, I mean, Diego Silva's been in there with you know, some serious competition. Ewan Gafarov, Daniel Guetta, Askar beat him just 2 fights ago. I mean, Morgan Charrière's fans don't care. They're happy, right? They just want to see the last Pirate's hand raised. Oh, now Morgan's trying to throw some heat. Silva fires back. Nice right hand from Morgan there, and he gets a little nod out of Diego Silva for that one. Little loop shot over the top there. Charrière kicking to the body now. Perhaps looking to mix things up a little bit, slapping left hand.
I feel like the output from Charrière is a little bit higher in this round than He's a little bit higher in this round than in the previous two.
Now, Rich Mitchell not happy that was to the groin. Charrière's definitely getting a reaction when he fakes that low kick. The zip in the punches from Charrière is definitely still there. He just needs to find that connection.
Takedown. Defended nicely from Charrière. He's in a front headlock position here. It'll be interesting. I'd love to see him try and maneuver around from the back. There we go. It looks like he might try. He's trying to get those hands in a arm in front headlock. He might
stay busy here.
He might try and roll Silva onto his back from here.
Well, the referee's calling for more action. He's not going to let Morgan ride that position out.
He's onto the back and he's away from the fence. I mean, this is a very similar position to what we saw him in the first round, but he doesn't have the fence in his way to stop him from getting the hooks in. Silva's going to try and get to his feet, and in doing so, he might expose the back a little bit more. Very, very similar, almost identical position to the first round. This isn't the position to try and squeeze from though, Morgan. You've got to try and get completely parallel, your hips and upper back parallel to your opponents. And now a back attack from Silva and shrugged off the top from Charrière.
Morgan looking for that one big shot.
Use your position, use your position.
And Rich Mitchell is not going to let them hang out in this position. Diego Silva beckoned back to his feet as we enter the final minute or so of this round.
Another shot.
That got a reaction. That straight punch got a reaction off Diego Silva.
Then we're going to see similar again. We see that arm in, guillotine front headlock control. Morgan trying to circle around to the back, but Silva
staying facing his opponent, and now we're seeing some of that ground and pound, and there's a minute left of this fight.
Big punch time to do it, and it's over! Morgan Charrière puts his foot on the gas in the 3rd round, and he gets the finish.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Mr. Rich Mitchell, calls a stop to this contest after 4 minutes and 13 seconds of round number 3, declaring your winner by way of TKO in the red corner, the last pirate, Morgan Charrière.
Well, hopefully the beef has now been squashed, but what a performance that was in that final round from Morgan Charrière.